My bad. I was kind of grooving.
Yeah, dude, I still got to make like 20 seconds. What's the countdown secondage can we do for this?
Well, that was a 30-second, I think. I think I have that at 30 seconds.
Okay.
So, hey everybody, we're back.
We are back.
Were we here last week? Yeah, we were here last week, right?
We were here last week. Were we on
Yeah.
time? That's the question.
We're on time this week because this is the time we set it for.
That makes sense.
So, hey there, everybody. How's it going? Hey, John and Kevin, how you guys doing tonight? And there we go. Apparently, there's people. Hey. Yeah. So yeah, tonight. How you doing, Nick? How's it going?
I'm actually I'm doing good. Staying busy, trying to prioritize, compartmentalize each day, and get things done, and be here and make videos. You know the routine. You know how the routine is, dude.
The routine. Definitely. Yeah. So you know what? You know what I was thinking about? Something that we haven't done in a while since we first started the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we always said we were going to start with, and we kind of did, and then we just kind of veered off and never did. We always talk about the topics. We never talk about, hey, what are you playing right now? How about you start with telling people what you're playing right now?
Yeah, we need to bring that back. Five Nights at Freddy's, man. I'm having a blast with it too. Five Nights at Freddy's, finished Security Breach. And the DLC Ruin, which was fantastic, and then I'm playing the first one. I started the first one a few nights ago. It's on my live streams if you guys want to check it out at Click to Enlarge. Shameless plug. Otherwise, it's Pikmin 3.
3 or 4?
Pikmin 3.
3 on Switch Deluxe, right?
On the Switch, yeah.
3.
There's only
not the new one. No, the new one's 4.
Are you sure it's not 3?
Yeah, there's 1 and 2, which were on the GameCube, and they were being re-released. 4
then.
3 was the Wii U one, which was re-released as Deluxe.
Oh, okay. So I did play the Wii U one, so I'm on Pikmin 4. My bad. Whoops.
There you go. That's all you've been playing?
Yeah, dude. Otherwise, gaming has been on the back end. Yeah, back burner, unfortunately. What about you? What are you playing, man?
So, it's not going to come as any surprise to anybody. Exoprimal, still. And Immortals of Avium. Those are the 2 games that I've actually been putting time into, but mainly a lot of Exoprimal. I'm trying to cap out at level 100 before they add any more of the new content, which is supposed to come this month. They just released another set of exosuits. They're basically the same ones for each of the classes, for each of the suits, but they're alpha variants. So they look a little bit different, and then have a new style weapon on all of them. It ups the difficulty because, these new weapons can really be tough.
How many hours you clock in the game, you think, now at this point?
Ooh, probably I would say an easy 100.
Nice.
No, you know what? Because I'm only at level 100 and I've had about 100 games. Let's say about 50. Because each game can be anywhere from 15 minutes to 30 minutes.
That's still a fair amount of gameplay, dude.
So, and with Immortals of Avium, I just finished chapter 3. So I don't know how many chapters there are.
Do you ever look up, you ever get to chapter 5 or chapter 6 and go, damn, how many hours are there in this game? Just to kind of time it.
I have done it, but the only reason I know this game isn't that long is because I was watching the game ranks before you buy. And
they're great. I love that channel.
Yeah.
They're great.
Hey there, Cody. Don't worry, we'll get to it. We're just talking about the games and stuff, but trust me, we're going to get to that PlayStation Plus price hike. Oh, we're going to get to it. But I tried playing Exoprimal over the Game Pass Cloud thing on my phone because I have the Razer Kishi, and it's a little weird. It's a little delayed, but
really,
Yeah, it's very little, very little. When I've been playing it so much, I can actually tell what's off and what's not. And I didn't realize how much I rely on the rumble for certain guns.
And this is the one that lights. This is the controller that's got really cool lighting on it and everything.
No, the Kishi? No, it's the one that splits into two, the Razer one, and then connects to the end.
Don't they? Doesn't Razer have an Xbox controller out that's got like some really nice like LED light up displays?
The Wolverine.
And stuff? That's what it's called.
Yeah,
it looked really nice.
It's a little pricey for what it is, and I was like,
because you're paying for LEDs, man, and
yeah,
you shut that stuff off because you want to get the best, like, you want to get the like long battery life out of your controllers.
Well, majority of them are wired. Majority of them are wired, so
don't care for that.
All right, so there we go. That's what we've been playing. I haven't been watching any movies or anything like that, and I did finish watching. I watched all of Twisted Metal.
Oh God,
it was unexpectedly very good. It started out, and I was like, "Oh," and it just got Twisted Metal. It got very Twisted Metal at the end.
Did you really need to watch 8 hours of it to get to the Twisted Metal part, or could you just watch? Yeah, it set it up very well. It set up the world, it set up the story, and made you actually give a crap about the character, and it set you up into the world of Twisted Metal, and it unexpectedly very good. I didn't expect it to be that good. I was a little put off at the beginning, but it built up well. Maybe I'll give it a shot eventually, but not in my cards anytime soon.
I got it for free because we bought tickets to Halloween Horror Nights, extra tickets. We already had them because we have free in our annual passes, but we bought an extra set to go another night. And they're like, here's 6 months free Peacock. And we're like, okay.
Why not? Yeah, give it. That's something to watch on there. Beavis and Butthead's on Peacock, no? Or are they on
Paramount? I think that's Paramount.
I want to watch the new Beavis and Buttheads, man.
I watched the first episode, and it had something that made me go, oh, no, thank you. So I didn't watch it. I didn't finish watching it, but I will watch the others. It's just the first one had something that made me. And we're not going to get into that because we're family friendly. So you know what? Being family friendly, you know what isn't? Price hikes.
Gosh, I know. They're definitely not family friendly. I couldn't believe how much they priced. They hiked up the prices.
Oh, dude,
when I was looking at everything,
ridiculous.
I was like,
I'm going to bring it up. I should have brought it up already, but I think, do I still have that article up? Oh yeah. Oh my God. There's a new article on what are we? Push Square that says PS5, PS4 owners are understandably irate with PS Plus price hike. Irate is.
Are we going to hear anything from Sony? And if we do, how soon? If they make any type of statement on X or any whatever platform they want to, do you think they'll jump on it tomorrow, or they'll wait for like a Monday or a Tuesday to say something about this?
I think they'll probably do it on like, you know what? I think they're going to do it on a Friday or a Saturday. Why? Because slow news days and people aren't paying attention to news. And that works the same with the gaming industry. People will just kind of blow over it and they'll just go, we're sorry. You know that thing from South Park? We're sorry. And
watch them say, we're going to do better.
Or they'll give you a reason saying that these prices right here, we have to because we didn't make enough money selling PlayStations. We're not the number one console on the market right now next to the Switch. You know, they're going to come up with some nonsense to justify this, or they're going to do that backpedal thing and say, you know what, we're not going to up it and then slowly up it over time.
They're going to if they do anything, like they're only going to bring the price down by like $5.
Or they'll drop it back and then slowly up it. So now you're not hit all at once like you are now. They pretty much test the water. Oh, they did a U.S. government on it. That's all they did. What? Excuse me. Yeah, so PS Plus Essentials went from $59, which is, it's been what? It was originally $49 back in the day, and then went up to $59. But that jump, $60 to $80? Like, that's ridiculous.
Yeah. It's a
Is
joke.
it worth $80 to play online a year and get subpar games?
I
Like,
mean, what are we paying for
nobody
Nintendo
wants
Switch?
Saints Row.
$40 a year?
I pay 50.
I think I'm paying 50.
20 or 50. But they give you great games.
Yeah.
There's no arguing. The games are great. And free expansion passes for Animal Crossing, Mario Kart. The Mario Kart one and the Splatoon one, they're worth it right there.
But did they? I don't think they gave you the Splatoon one for free. I think that one's $20.
The Splatoon 2. Splatoon 2 is free.
Oh, okay. Okay, I got you.
And then, this is ridiculous right here. $99.99 for extra to $135.
Oh man, that's a big gut punch. I felt that was a pretty big gut punch.
That is a big one, but I think this is what I was paying, $119 because I wanted everything. Okay, da 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 da. I am not paying an additional $40.
That's right in this in what's called a ball sack if you're playing kickball.
And it splits the sack open.
Yeah.
But
we're referring to the game kickball.
Yes.
Yes.
And when you're holding the sack of balls and someone just runs
kicked
up,
and you're just boom.
And then the big red balls just go flying.
Yeah.
And they just bounce everywhere. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Mm-hmm. So yeah, sorry. And sorry, I'm not paying attention. I'm in another screen, but thank you, Dave. Appreciate that that super chat. And let me read it for you. Okay. And we've got, oh yes. Okay. Now we'll get back to what Cody's saying about Amazon price hike. Amazon's doing something a little shady, but that's a whole nother story. $35 for free shipping is absurd. Yeah, it's free next day shipping. I bought some stuff and I'm like, oh, wait, so I'm not going to get...
Depends on what you're buying, right?
Yeah.
That will pay... Like, I ordered 2 sets of 55-pound dumbbells. I did not pay for that shipping whatsoever.
Right, because it came over $35.
I don't even want to know how much it was going to cost to ship one 55-pound dumbbell, let alone 2. So, depending on what you're getting, if you're... And I like... He brought this up on my video on the price hike. And it's like...
Yeah, I read that one.
So then it's like, well, how many games are you playing? If you're a streamer and that's all you're doing and you're a Sony fanboy and that's all you're doing is streaming Sony games, is that price per year $159 for the Plus Premium? Is that worth it to you? I think that'll be worth it to a small subset of people. And most people are gonna bite their tongues and they're gonna pay for that $79.99 price hike. For it's a $20 price hike now.
The thing is, if you're doing it and you're making a living off of it, this cuts into your revenue. Mm-hmm. So you're not just cutting into your margins, you're cutting into your profits as well. This is actually more cutting into your profits than anything. And you got to think, all right, how much money am I making off of PlayStation Plus streaming these
Some of these streamers, dude, are easily making over $200 a day. So if that's the case, then $170 is not gonna really do that heavy of an impact. It's still pretty egregious if you ask me, though. At the end of the day,
honestly, I stated in my video, I'm done with it. I don't play those games enough to justify, and the only reason I play PlayStation Online, like $120 for everything I was getting, I was like, okay, that's a pretty good deal. But now at $160, especially in these times, because everything's stupidly expensive, everything.
Yeah.
So you name it, food, gas, air, water, you name it, everything's more expensive.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking, is it worth it paying that extra $40 a year? You know, that's a meal, right? That's have you been to McDonald's lately or fast food?
Dude, I was at Taco Bell and I spent $17 on a combo meal, and I upgraded it to steak, and then I got a cheese quesadilla.
I went to where was it the other day? PDQ, and I got 2 chicken sandwich meals and one for me, one for my wife, and I got my wife a milkshake. It came to $26.
Mm-hmm.
I went to Wendy's a couple of weeks back, and it was like $35 for 2 meals, a Frosty, and I think nuggets.
I was coming, dude. A handful of weeks ago, I wanted a Wendy's house cheeseburger, a Dave. What did I get? A Dave double. It was like $8, dude. $8 or $9, I think, for a Dave's double, and that's in Wisconsin, just for the burger. It was delicious.
The
I loved
cheese
it,
state. So cheese should be free up there. It's the cheese state.
It really should.
Yeah, we were watching Forensic Files last night, and something was in Wisconsin, and I kept going, the cheese state, every time they'd say it, because I remember those commercials from the 90s.
Oh, dude, Show's World. Okay, I allude to this again in my video. Why would you? Why in the world would you pay to play PS1, PS2, PS3 games? I think I sent it to you. Some guy, there's what you can do now with the filters on these ROMs, on these ROMs is insane. Like, I got to send you the video my buddy sent me of how they upscaled Vagrant Story to 4K, and these emulators are making it look amazing.
$123 menu? That sounds right for the economy we're in. Thank you,
Cody.
Sure. No, that's not who I was going to thank for that, but it's not Cody's fault. There's $123
I know.
menu.
No, I know who you're going to thank. But here's the
Brandon,
thing, and again,
Brandon.
you can emulate these games as long as you own I'm assuming you own the physical copy. I own a physical copy of Vagrant Story, so I'll just emulate it in 4K on my computer with these gorgeous filters that make the game look, professionally redone. Instead of,
what I'll be doing, I'm going to make life a lot easier. I'm getting my Polymega, and I'm just going to install all these games onto my Polymega, get a 1, maybe 2 terabyte internal drive, just install everything there, and then just run everything.
Does the Polymega have those filters in them?
Supposedly,
like
I don't have it yet.
Anti-aliasings and
from my understanding, it does. But again, I've only seen videos, and I know they've updated their software. I'm supposed to get it within the next month. So
I'm tempted to do the Vagrant Story emulation, and I really enjoyed that game. That's why I bought it. So I'm getting off topic here, but I'll give that a shot. Maybe I'll make a video of it in the future.
But yeah, I think this is actually going to piss off a lot of people more than it already has. It's because Sony waited until they're like, all right, we're number one. We're selling so many consoles. People are buying them. Now they have no choice. If they want to play online, we're the console they already bought. So you're screwed. And then people, I don't know if we're going to see an influx of people trading it in for a Series S or a Series X.
I doubt it. Highly doubt it. We're just gonna see people.
But think about it. If you go to take this to GameStop or any place like that, you can trade your PS5 for a Series S almost even. And people might go, okay, you know what? I'm just going to get Game Pass. It's cheaper. And it comes with online, and it comes with these games.
Vast majority won't. Yeah. So
correct.
I think some people might. But.
Correct. But I'm waiting to see what they're going to do. Wait, are they still talking? They're still talking about food over here. What are we doing? Fine, we're not going to talk about PlayStation. We're going to talk about McDonald's. What is it? Wait, $1? What? Does anyone else miss $1 any soda at McDonald's? I don't remember that. I rarely eat fast food anymore.
Their Coke, though, is legit. The way that they ship their cola, and filter out the water in all their restaurants, dude. Their Coca-Cola is bar none the best. I want one right now too. My mouth is actually watering. We're officially sponsored by Coca-Cola and McDonald's. So go right ahead.
No, we're not. No, we're not.
Officially. You see that?
I'm sorry. I prefer G Fuel. Hey, G Fuel, if you're watching, which you're not, please sponsor me.
And we're officially sponsored by G Fuel.
We were at one point going to be officially sponsored by Liquid Death, but they never got back to me. They reached out. We reached out. We talked, and then it never went anywhere.
at least you made some sort of connection there.
So, who knows? Come November, if I see them again, we'll talk again, and hopefully, hey. Wait, what is this? Their sprite is spicy there? Face green smile. What?
That's just input emoji.
Because I can't see it in this chat.
Well, no, that's just yeah, that's what it is. If you see it, I could see it right now.
Okay, now I see it. I pull it up on the other device.
G Fuel is Keemstar. Oh my god.
I don't know what that means.
You mean Keemstar, right? It's Keam. I have my opinion on that content creator, but
all I know is, what do you call it? I got it because Beat 'em Ups, Woodhawker, he was sponsored by it, and then I was like, okay, let me go try it. I started seeing it here and there. I fell in love with it. I ordered it from the website, and then there was some drama with him, and he's no longer sponsored by them, but they still sponsor Melanie Mac, from my understanding, and I still love their stuff. And I get the powdered tubs all the time when they do the BOGO. I know I got off topic, but they're actually a better deal than PlayStation Plus right now. You like that? Bring everything back to the topic.
So,
fine. You guys talk about Coke. I see the chat. Fine, Nick. Go talk about that. I'm just agreeing diet with soda. Yes, I drink Diet Coke. Actually, I prefer Diet Pepsi.
I have a cola here that's left over, but what's not what I
or Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar or whatever it's called. I love Dr. Pepper.
But what's not left over is the new Super Mario Brothers Wonder. You'd think that they just recycle the old stuff, but they're not.
Okay, that's a good transition. I'm like, where's he going with this? Recycling, reduce, reuse, recycle.
I was watching. Did you watch the presentation?
Okay. Part of it. Well, the thing is, I was a little busy. I was taking care of a few things. And then I came home to watch it, and then I scrolled through, and it was like 40 minutes until it actually started. And then I went back and just watched snippets. I'm like, I'm going to get the game anyway. I don't care because it looks fantastic.
It took, and someone beat me to it when I go to watch the re-upload of the stream. They just, I don't know, someone messed up. You had to fast forward 29 minutes on the timeline to get to.
There you go. I thought it was 40. Well, apparently Nintendo's done that before with it, where they'll start the live stream at a certain time and then not actually start the presentation about 15, 20, 30 minutes.
They're big enough to be able to do that, though.
And then they go back and then pull it down and then put up the edited one.
They it's just one of those things when you're that popular, you can do it. And it makes sense, too, because they want people to queue in. Would I wait 29 minutes, 30 minutes? No, 10 minutes. I think 10 minutes is more reasonable, but yeah. So I'm watching it, and I'm like, okay, what do they got going on here? Yeah, okay, they have the typical different worlds and different artwork for the worlds, and I'm like, all right, I like this. I like that it's another 2D scroller, but what's something new that they're going to be implementing? And it didn't start happening until about halfway through the showcase.
Right.
Yes, they've got some old things and new things. It's your standard side scroller Mario's, but something.
I hate that.
I know, me too. That's why I do it.
What do you call it? Does that Bob Wolf? And it's like nails on a chalkboard.
So you could turn into like an elephant, and you could feed the flowers, whatever. It's kind of gimmicky, but they have abilities where you could swim faster. So you could add ability chunks, right, depending on the world that you're playing. Kind of gimmicky, but okay, it's something a little bit new. What I thought was really cool is you can play in a setting where you could see other players on the map while you're playing. Mm-hmm. And so if someone dies and turns into a ghost, you can help them. And if you can even score if you can give people items. And did they take it down?
This is a third screen that I'm seeing. Before it just went black, and now it's saying playback cannot continue. I don't know and it's out. I even checked outside of the stream window, and it just
you go try to figure this out, and we're gonna have to talk about this Switch that looks amazing.
I'm buying it.
I know you said that you were going to.
I have the red Switch. I have the red OG one, which is funny. I got it the month that I was packing up to move up here, and I loved it. That was my Switch. And then when this one was announced today, I was like, oh yeah, look at that bad boy. Look at that bad boy. Ooh,
I feel like, well, see, if I were to get an OLED Switch, it would be Tears of the Kingdom version.
I have that one. But it's red and black. Come on.
This red one looks really freaking good. I'm not going to lie.
Just like my OG red Switch. Yeah, I'm going to buy it. And it comes out right along the time for my birthday. So people should, it comes out 12 days before my birthday. So you know what everybody should do? No, everybody.
If I'm out there, I'm taking a picture of it. If I'm out there, I'm taking a picture of it with you, and you have to post it in your community thing.
What everybody needs to do right now.
Cody's dipping out, so Cody,
where does it say that? Okay, sorry about that. I had the other. Yes, I will watch the Mystic Force. I love that. Thank you. And there we go. Yes, Starfield is tomorrow. Sorry. There we go. A55.
I'll be right back.
A55. Okay. But I will be picking this up. And one thing I was telling Nick, if people don't, you should just super chat the money so I can buy this. Yeah, right? Oh, okay. I'm not begging. But this thing is beautiful. I mean, just look at that. It's all red and black. And why would I not buy a red and black one? It's Red Bandana Gaming Switch. That's what I call it. So yeah, what do we have over here? Let me read some of these chats because I'm a little behind. Hey Logan, red Switch replaced the Nintendo logo on your channel logo. No, I'm not putting replacing my logo with this red Switch logo. But it is so gorgeous. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. And then what else do we have here? Nonsense. Hey, look, the online store. Oh, they've added more Animal Crossing stuff. I know what I'm getting my wife for.
Oh, dude, I love, not to get sidetracked on a different game, but Animal Crossing is something else, dude. I really do love that game.
You know, my Switch glitched, and it will no longer pass 240 hours.
Really?
Even though I have 1,000 something in the game.
That reminds me, I got to make a note. I want to do a stream showing everybody my island. And I absolutely love and adore my island. I have a pet shop.
Okay, I'm going to tell you I did that twice and got like no views.
I don't care.
But I did it when I had like 1,000.
Yeah, well, that's not, I only have a little bit more than that on you. Though I will say, shameless plug, I'm at 1,599 subscribers.
If you haven't, if you're in this chat right now and you have not subscribed to this guy over here,
be my 1600.
Go do it right now. Bacardi and cola. Do it. We'll wait.
Speaking of cola, I found a 0 sugar cola. I haven't had a cola in a minute. So.
A Coca-Cola?
Coca-Cola.
I don't think I have any. No, we have Dr. Pepper 0 sugar, the strawberries and cream. And a Fresca. That's what we still have. Ooh. Yeah, it's too burpy.
Yeah, I love it. But
yeah. Oh wow, we're kind of killing it through these topics. We might actually have enough time for a side quest tonight, like a long side quest.
We could potentially do a side quest. Long story short, just for as far as Mario, my first time commenting on Click to Enlarge channel today on the PlayStation Plus Premium. John, I believe I did see you. I gotta see which one.
Yeah, Cody said he commented on one of mine, but I'm not seeing all my comments. And then there are people that, oh my God, there are people that are getting butthurt because the truth. The internet, huh? So
people
yeah, I'm actually
change.
not
people
seeing.
People don't like the truth. Like,
I'm actually not seeing all my comments, and I check the filter, and they're not in the filter too.
I still have to go.
But some people are getting filtered. People are getting filtered out because there are certain words. I'm sorry, I don't allow because we are a family-friendly channel. We a little S bomb or a D bomb.
Sure.
Yeah, they'll get in there from time to time. But I want everybody to be able to watch. And plus, being a Christian man, I like to keep my my language clean. Back in
I
the
like to
day,
just keep things at PG-13. I say
I try to
keep it
do
at-
PG. I try to do PG,
You
but
try to do
there's
PG.
sometimes where I'll go.
If I do, believe it or not, if I do some swears, I'll sometimes, I don't even beep it. I mute it real quick, and it goes by so fast you don't even know that I said anything that was maybe out of pocket, or so to speak.
See, now I'm at the point on my videos. If I accidentally say something, I'll just re-record, or I will just go in and edit out. I'll look for a good portion and just cut it out.
Dude, you know what I do? Like sometimes, I'll admit this, I don't care. Halfway, sometimes through my videos, or 3/4 of the way through my videos, I'll blank out, and I'll be like, and then I have all this dead space. I'm like, that's something I gotta go clean up now during the edit. My whole goal is to do a video straight through, and just not have to do anything, and just be pure and whatever with my content. But sometimes I'm like, F-bomb, and then I have to stop for a second.
Because you're used to live streaming.
And get back in. Yeah, exactly. And then get back in it. And then I just, sometimes it's just a quick chops.
Don't worry. At some point, you're going to get to, like, my body and my mind goes into a phase where it's like, all right, boom, I'm recording. This is how I have to talk. This is how I have to speak. This is what I have to say. No dead air. And if you do it, if you give yourself some dead air and it's like, ooh, or add some kind of emotion into it until your brain clicks back on.
I got you.
And then it keeps you from having to edit.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's no way around it. And especially if you recorded such a good point. And this is something we would normally talk about in the side quest. So we're going to go back to Starfield right now.
So, okay.
Because Mario Bros is just good. And I like the fact that he's an elephant.
Yeah, I'm gonna get the game. To conclude the Mario stuff, I'm gonna get the game. It's Mario. You know you're going to enjoy it. It's gonna be chill, cheap thrills. I don't even call it thrills. Just fun. Just overall fun. It's Mario. You know what I did want to add is prediction. They're gonna go for a last hurrah Mario Odyssey. Handful of New Worlds DLC before the new console comes out.
That's a possibility. What happened to... Sorry, I'm looking something up. What happened to... Oh, it's Metacritic. Freaking critic.
Oh, so, anyways. Like I said, Starfield. So the only review, there's Before You Buy, which is really, really good. And then... I think GamerRanks does reviews.
GameRanks.
And there's this awesome dude. He goes by ACG.
Founder?
I believe it's ACG. Just hit 1 million subscribers like last week. This guy's awesome. He goes. It's a buy it, wait for a sale. He goes into the story, the graphics, the sound. He gives you like a trustworthy review, not a biased review. Nintendo needs to bring back player choice games. So tired of paying full price for old games.
I did that. I brought that up. I know we had switched. We're going to go back for just a second.
Yeah.
Because the Switch is the first system where they haven't had the player's choice. And I really think Dave is 110% correct on this, because Nintendo has not dropped any of their games at all, but they haven't needed to. And that's the problem. And people are continuing to buy the console and buy these games at full price. And there's nothing Nintendo's going to do.
Why would you? Why would any good business do that? I wouldn't.
Breath of the Wild is the same price as Tears of the Kingdom.
Huh.
So, yeah, it is what it is. But I think that, who knows, they might do it when they go, all right, new Nintendo. Oh, and I haven't covered it because I think it's too rumory right now for what I like to cover. I like a bit more of a solid foundation in order to report on it. But that Nintendo Focus leak, and I'm like, whatever the new console they decide to announce in whatever name, that's when we'll see them possibly do that player's choice and go, hey, now buy all the rest of the Switch stuff. Unless they decide to make it backwards compatible. But MVG was the one who said, hey, the Tegra and all that other stuff. And we know that's, but yeah, so we'll see come there. Now let's go back over to your Starfield. Sorry. But thanks, Dave, for that comment. That was very insightful.
But no, ACG. If you haven't seen his channel, he's awesome. And let me just make sure it's ACG because I don't want to give anybody the ACG review. It's ACG. Yep, ACG.
Sorry, why is this so slow? I'm going to pull this back down. Sorry, we're not there yet.
And he's really clever with the beginning of his, because you know how like Bethesda games are really
Found on Road Dead.
Yeah, Found on the Road Dead.
Go ahead. You know how Bethesda games
are kind of choppy on release and they need patches.
Apparently, this isn't.
His intro, I think we can get away with at least commenting on his intro. His intro's like 30 seconds or a minute long, and it's really clever.
I'm not taking that risk because there's a lot of YouTubers out there that if a little channel decides to show something, they're going after them. I don't know this guy at all, and I've never seen his stuff, so I'm not taking a risk.
That's a risk that I would take, but that's just me. Okay. That's okay, though. Fair enough, though. Anybody check out ACG. ACG Reviews. It's at ACG Reviews, so check him out. I wanna get the game. I'm debating if I'm gonna play on mouse and keyboard or controller.
I haven't talked about this. This is in the pipeline. This is one of my videos in the pipeline. So shh, John. Yeah, Microsoft is good at making good controllers. I would know.
I think they are. They've gotten better.
Did you open that dang box yet?
Just you wait. Just you wait. So So Red Bandana sent me a care package, and I haven't gotten around to opening it, and it's been itching at me like all week.
Dude, it's been like a week and a half.
I know, dude. I know, and I was away for work.
I sent it 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I was away from work when it came in, and then I had someone pick it up for me, and then when I got back, and then I was working when I got back. So yeah, dude, it's eating away at me. But there is an unboxing video in the works. It will be posted tomorrow. Do I make a premiere of it? Add you to it? I don't know. So
I might do a reaction video to it.
That sure.
As long as you took off all the things that have the addresses and everything on it.
Yeah, I'll make sure. I'm not gonna. I'll make sure of that.
You dox me, I kill you. I mean,
huh?
I'll.
Anyways,
behave.
So yeah, I do have an unboxing. I know one thing that you sent me. I don't know what else you sent me, and that's cool. That's what's gonna make it fun.
You know 2 things. I told you 2 of the things.
I forgot the second thing. I already forgot the second thing because I'm an old man.
Everything else is a mystery. There was a point where I had so much extra, just random gaming stuff. It's swag. One of them is actually gaming, and the other ones are gaming adjacent or gaming themed. And I just started going, all right, what can I fill with this box?
Perfect. Can't wait, dude. I'm excited.
So
excited for it.
Where do we go? With the new wraps, you'll probably never see another custom console. Okay.
Wraps have been out for a while.
Well,
and they're still selling custom consoles.
You know what? This is still on the Starfield topic. They released that Starfield wrap for $50. It does cost them a lot less to release a wrap, which is pure profit. It costs them maybe 10 cents to print that thing.
Yeah, not even, yeah.
And $50. So, yes, he's got a good point. But Microsoft wants to sell more consoles because they don't want to be so far in third place. So what they'll do is maybe do Series S consoles to sell more of those, because no matter what, they don't say, okay, Series X and then Series S, they say Xbox Series. So both of those consoles count towards the whole sales. So if you produce more special editions of your less expensive console that is also digital, which is guaranteed to make you more money in the long run, then people might buy it. But more people want the Series X because the power, especially after seeing games like Immortals of Avium and seeing how well it performs. But then we see how well Starfield performs. If you guys haven't watched it, check it out on the Digital Foundry. I like that. I like everybody except for one dude who kind of bothers me. But all of them are pretty cool for the most part. I really like the channel overall, and they did a Starfield comparison on Series S and Series X that I watched today, and the Series S is a lot more powerful, a lot more capable than I expected with this game. So I was going to pick up the Black Series S tomorrow, but something happened in my life where we had to drop about $1,000 the other day, so that's not going to happen right now. But
it was all deposited in my OnlyFans account.
OnlyFans, yeah. I was gonna make a bad joke on that, and then I realized I was like, without a visual effect, it just doesn't work. Fans.
Anyways,
I realized the fan is in the other room. Crickets, 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 crickets. Yes. So with that being said, the Series S actually plays that very well. And yeah, it has some issues with textures and whatnot, but I was really surprised at how well it was performing with the Series S. So that's one thing. I do wish I could have gotten the console just for that, but I will pick it up at some point. And as soon as I pick up the black one, the carbon black, I am going to do an unboxing. Yeah, it's not going to be day one, so sue me, whatever, big deal. But I am going to play. Tomorrow I get the Spider-Man controller for the PS5.
Nice.
So I will have an unboxing for that. We bought it like a month ago, I think, online. And so I got to pick that up tomorrow. And what else is coming soon? Mortal Kombat. We got that coming soon. I did that one. But
I'm double checking what they have here for a Starfield special edition. For if there's any.
They were doing a thing where they're registering for the watch. That watch is really cool, by the way. At first I was like, but it's a really cool watch.
You get a 10, a patch. The premium edition upgrade is a 10 and a patch. You want to?
Yeah.
87 on Metascore. That's great.
RGT85 is happy about that. But yeah, that's what it's looking at. I think the game's going to be really good after seeing everything, and now my hopes aren't too high. They haven't been high at all, but it looks really good. As long as they don't put in any agendas or anything like that into it, I think I'm going to be fine with it.
I'm hoping that the PC modding community does something to where what I can do with Star Citizen, right? Where I can do all my foot control and action and walking around on my mouse and keyboard, and when I go into my ship, I can go into and use my my throttle and stick and fly around and land. And
you would want to play a game where you can use your throttle and stick.
Oh yeah, for a space game
in your game,
absolutely,
yeah, definitely,
yes, exactly.
Definitely.
In my game.
So if you're looking here right now, we've got, 51 reviews altogether. So, okay. I can never take a review seriously from a channel or an outlet that has Xbox in the name or PlayStation in the name, and they're reviewing an exclusive. I'm sorry, I can't. Because it almost feels like a bias. Almost. But we've got 46 positive, 5 mixed, no negative, which is great. Is IGN part of that? GameSpot? Really? PC Mag, Digital Trends? These are bigger 3D Jugos.
I think that's 3D Juegos, because in Spanish,
it's
J
Spanish.
is pronounced with an H.
Yeah. Hugo.
Black
Hugo.
Desert.
I call it Jugos. I grew up, all my friends growing up, I grew up in Miami. I do it on purpose.
Oh, okay, I got you.
I do it on purpose. So let's take a look at these positive reviews here. Yeah, IGN Spain gave it a 100, but IGN US gave it a 70.
Somebody that I follow, like the Gamer Dad or something like that, made such a funny video about it, about IGN 7 out of 10. They're like,
Yeah,
I'm really not into RPGs or Bethesda games. I was expecting it to. I'm paraphrasing how he did it.
right.
And he's like, I was expecting maybe I prefer a game more like Mario Kart-esque type games and blah blah blah. It was funny. Some people don't get his humor.
The guy who reviewed it apparently gave a game. What was it? Watch Dogs. What was the last
Watch Dogs that just got bombed on Metacritic?
Yeah, that
because
was
it
terrible.
Was terrible.
He gave it like a 9 out of 10.
What a wiener.
So yeah, his opinion isn't worth anything. But then we go like Game Rant, and then Washington Post. Come on.
I don't take anything Washington Post says seriously. I'm sorry on any of their articles.
Nobody does. Nobody.
Okay, good. I'm glad I'm not the only one.
And there's a lot of places I've never heard of, but look at all the attack of the fanboy. Xbox. It's hard to.
Can
IGN
we
Brazil.
make accounts? Can we make accounts and do like paragraph reviews or write up full publication reviews?
Well,
As
I technically can. I can because I have an outlet. I have a website. So I used to do that, but I just don't. I can't do it myself. So I need more people that can actually write. I had the gentleman that we had on, Jake James Lugo. He used to work for the website and write reviews, but now he's with Clownfish TV. So he does stuff for them. But if you look here, you got Gaming Age. There's a couple of pretty good Dual Shockers. Wow, I didn't know they reviewed Xbox stuff. Gaming Trends, Screen Rant. Why? When they have Game Rant, why are they going to do Screen Rant? But I don't
it's
trust
too
them
close.
either.
It's too close.
It's the same. They're owned by the same people. Silicon Era, okay. Windows Central.
Maybe Screen Rant does movies, and then Game
Rant
does just do games. So I get what they're playing off of. Okay, but then just do Game Rants over it.
Game Informer has been really solid for the last few years, but they still get paid. They still have shill reviews on some of them, and this one seems to be pretty down the center. And from what I've seen, 85 looks pretty on point. But there's one that no one will ever listen to, NPR.
Oh, God, yeah, I would not listen. I'm sorry, I would not listen to NPR.
There's another one, The Gamer. Nobody listens to them either. Inverse, they're not terrible. So, but that's it. And The Verge, ew. Polygon, ew. I'm waiting for Kotaku to be all butthurt about it and complain and do what they do.
Every once in a while, on a very, very rare occasion, does Kotaku post anything that contributes to gaming for like actual gaming content rather than pushing certain beliefs or agendas on people. It's like, just please continue, just try to please do something with video games and not put your personal biases in your articles, please. What was it? There was one on like the best. They'll do some like the best Steam Deck games to play and stuff like that. That wasn't too bad.
They are two of the worst, but I think Polygon and Kotaku are probably
IGN is top
when it comes to gaming.
Or not IGN, Kotaku's top trash tier.
Yeah,
absolute complete trash tier.
They're like the CNN and MSNBC of gaming. They're lies.
They're just
BS.
The worst.
Yeah, it's all BS.
Unfortunately. But hey, if you like to read it, dude, this is what I always say, man. It's like, if you like to read that stuff, or you want to spend your money on PlayStation Plus, and you want to, go for it. Don't let my opinion or anybody else's opinion. If it's going to make you happy, that's fine. Just keep an open mind to some of the stuff that you read is kind of garbage. So find a better source.
One thing I have come to realize, that if you're watching us, if you watch either of our content or even Miami Geeks or anybody in our sphere, whether it's Geeks and Gamers or anybody, the other people that we've interviewed and
like
whatnot,
the guests and stuff that you've had on here.
You're probably lining up with us, mental wise. How do you want to say it? In the way we see things about video games and everything else, because we're just honest, straight to the point. We don't fill your head with nonsense and any of that garbage. We
Or
just,
try to
hey,
steer
this
you
is
in
it.
one specific direction for you to
Yeah.
just make sure you just believe us and only us. We're not about that.
Hey,
we want
I'm
to give
gonna
you
tell-
our professional opinions. I've been
Mhm.
playing games for over 30 years. So, and plus I used to get paid by Twitch. So, I would consider myself a professional.
I used to get paid to sell it, and I got paid to.
Didn't you work for Microsoft or
agree.
something?
Something like that. I
Okay.
only worked
I wasn't
for them
too sure. I can't remember.
for a little
but
while.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Anyways,
we'll,
rant over for me. But
that's fine. And yes, I agree with Dave, but John mentioned something here because there is a leak about a diskless Series X.
better put 3 terabytes in there. Minimum.
2 terabytes to keep it affordable. It will
Okay,
be
fair.
instead of
Fair
500,
enough.
500, it'll be 400, but it'll be 2 terabytes. Now, if they do it at the same price, then you'll get your 3 terabytes.
I mean,
So I
that
can
would
see
be
that happening.
yeah, but the way I have to agree for price wise, because one what's in it right now? 1,
1 terabyte. Mm-hmm.
and I don't even think that's enough. Like what?
No,
how much?
it isn't. I have 1 terabyte, and then I have, because it's available, I think it's like 890 something available, 880 available, and then I have a 1 terabyte of the drive, the memory thing, whatever it's called, the SSD that you just plug in or whatever.
I'm gonna
And
guess
that only has available about like 920.
I'm gonna guess Starfield's like 150 gigs, 200
No,
gigs.
it's actually smaller than that. Let's see if I can find the install.
Well, that's a shocker.
Because it was.
Because you look at a game like Call of Duty is like 200 gigs for PC. So console might be optimized better. And I think we kind of talked about this before.
121.1 gigs.
That's impressive.
Yeah. So when you said like 200, that was small.
Let me see what Starfield runs space-wise for PC.
116 gigabytes for PC.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Gosh.
That when you Bing it, everything comes up because it's Microsoft right at the top. So I'm using Bing. There you go.
Oh, man.
And here, if you want me to, I'll just go boop. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Google says 139.84 gigabytes on Windows PC. Regardless, that's still
you know
really
what?
good.
I'm going to take Microsoft's word for it for Microsoft PC. Just saying.
And
for
another one
Microsoft
says
game.
around 125 gigs.
Yeah, it said approximately. And if you already have it pre-installed, you don't have to worry about the day one update. It will already be there. So, you know what? You got a point, John. You got a point.
Points to get gift cards. Yeah, that's how terrible it is. It's got to pay you to use their frickin' search engine.
Uh-huh. But I use it. So, yeah.
Because you're paying, they're selling your data anyways. At least you're getting something out of it.
So, with that being said, we've already hit almost the hour mark, and we can now go. Are you ready to go on a side quest with us?
For a little bit. Yeah, let's do it.
We usually do about 10, 15 minutes. We do,
let's
about
do
15 minutes. So, someone in the chat, if you're listening to us as we speak right now, ask us anything, and that'll start the side quest. Just ask us whatever you want. Doesn't matter what it is. If it's about video games or comic books or Ninja Turtles or movies or bacon grease, it doesn't matter.
John, what do you get? John has 350,000 points. But what does that translate into?
A lot.
Something?
A lot. That's like almost a year of Xbox Live, if not more. Maybe 2 years. Maybe a whole year of Game Pass Ultimate.
Just for agreeing for them to use your data and sell it, and then they'll give you some money back. I know that's what the EULA, the end user license agreement is. It has to.
Well, there's another reason why he probably has so many, but we're not going to get into that.
Dave's got a great question, though.
Yes. Where do you store your controllers?
I was thinking that earlier today.
I've had multiple people ask me to do a video on how I store my controllers.
You
Now,
should.
one thing I'm going to tell you is I don't have as many controllers as you think. Even though
You're
I
a
cover
fraud?
a billion, no. I will return them, or I will sell them, or sometimes give them away. Give them away.
That's a hint to the unboxing video tomorrow.
So, a lot of them, depending on what I have some displays. I might even do a video. I thought about it. I had people ask me. I had multiple people ask me. I think Dave might have asked me before too. A couple of people have said, hey, I think Cody did as well. I don't quite remember, but people said, hey, can you do a video on how you store your controllers? Well, one, I have controller stands for Xbox, the little individual ones. And I have these little shelves from IKEA that are about maybe a couple inches like that, and they connect to the wall. And I have 5 rows, and I have them displayed there behind my door, so you can open it up, and the way it hits it won't hit them because my wall is at a weird angle for my game room. If you've seen my previous game room tour, I haven't done one for 2023, and it's almost over. I actually think I'm skipping this year and just going to go wait until 2024. I also have a rack that's 8 controllers high, and it has this stands on each one. That's where all my Switch Pro controllers are. I recently moved everything around, and in my closet in the game room, I have these stackable drawers, and I have each drawer is for a different console. So I have Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64. I have GameCube in another one, Switch in another one, and then at the bottom I think is Wii and Wii U. On the other side I have Xbox, and then I want to say older Sega, which is Genesis and Saturn, and then I have a Dreamcast one because they're chonky boys, and then the bottom ones are PlayStation 1, 2, and 3.
All my old consoles are still sitting in my box, all still sitting in my boxes.
Those are just controllers. But 2 of those drawers have random accessories like cables and mainly just cables and stuff like that, miscellaneous cables. Now, I do have some controllers that are still in box that are displayed. They're up in the game room closet in the shelf, like the Hyperkin Dukes. Those I just don't have displays for. I don't have place for. Certain Switch controllers that are still in boxes are hanging on the wall because they look pretty displayed.
Didn't you say you were going to sell me the special edition Pirates controller, Sea of Thieves, for like $30? Something like $35, right? No? Huh. I must be making it up then.
Yes, you are. My wife got me that for Christmas.
I will say
I've never even used it because it's so gorgeous and so pristine. I do have that one too.
This one's making up for me not having or owning or wanting to spend $140+ or whatever it is on eBay for the Sea of Thieves controller. But it is a cool controller. I do like that one a lot.
So I have a couple of other ones like controllers and boxes. Oh, my PlayStation ones, I have a makeshift home entertainment system using IKEA furniture because it's all designed all with the same furniture. And then I have one rack that I got from Five Below that has 2 PlayStation 5 on it, and then 2 of the controller charging ports with PS5 controllers on it. And then around the room, I have those, I don't know if you've seen them, where it's a character that looks like they're holding a controller. I have Sonic holding my 8-bit SN30 Pro from 8-bit Do. I have, 2 Master Chiefs holding 2 different Xbox controllers. I have a Spider-Man one holding a Switch controllers, stuff like that.
But is that Spider-Man going to hold your new Spider-Man controller?
Now he will.
Okay, good. We're going to have to see that.
And you froze there for a second. You gave me a mild, what is it called? Myocarditis? No, you didn't. Where are we going? Yeah, the Spider-Man controller does arrive tomorrow. I am picking it up ASAP. The store opens at 10. I will be there at 9:55. Please tell me somebody knows the 55. My IQ, 55. Do you know that?
Is that Rick and Morty?
No. Oh my. No, Smite.
Well, they
No,
say get
it's-
Swifty. They have a Get Swifty song.
Yeah, that comes from a 55. Swifty 55.
Taking
Yeah,
a look at what
where
the
we-
dual sense
IQ?
controller looks like.
Let me go back, see what you
That's
guys are talking
pretty
about.
nice.
Buy Game Pass from CD Keys.
CD Keys is legit. I've bought plenty of games off there for fractions of prices that you would get. You just
I remember
put it on
when I
Steam.
used to work for Microsoft, I had like 5 years of Xbox Live. I hadn't paid between the time I worked at Best Buy. I don't think I ever paid for Xbox Live. And that was like almost 11 years. I don't think I ever paid for it, except for when we would get them at dirt cheap. And then I would just add them on top. And then once they added a cap to how many years you could have, I went, oh, okay. So there you go. Okay. So yeah, okay, give us another topic. There you go, controllers, give me another topic. Unless you have a question, or is there something you want to answer, Nick? It looks like you're taking a poop.
I had to lift my left butt cheek up to
'Cause
get
you're doing this.
some extra out. What is maybe one of your, or was one of your most anticipated games for this year, or let's say for this year into early first quarter next year? Is there any specific game that piqued your interest?
There was, until it got ridiculously pushed back.
And which
But-
game would this be?
Perfect Dark. But out of something so
how come I
far-
hear, dude, hasn't Perfect Dark been in the making for frickin'
yeah,
past? It's a remake. Let's see.
That's-
Perfect Dark
that-
release.
that's one that my wife
Little
and I might
Nightmares
play
is
together.
going to be money, dude. I
But-
cannot wait for Little Nightmares 3.
It's actually not one of these big titles. And this game that I've been really looking forward to, I've even messaged the developers on Twitter, or X. It was Twitter at the time. It's still Twitter.
Okay.
RoboCop. Rogue City? Is that what it's called? Rogue City?
Dude,
Yeah,
I've been
really, really looking forward to RoboCop.
I saw that trailer. I saw all. We may have briefly talked about this. When I looked at the trailer, man, I was like, you know what? This is looking better than I thought it would. And
And it's
I'm
going to play
keeping-
like him. You're going to be like dang near invincible. And people, like, so far the beta, they were saying, okay, you're invincible. You're RoboCop.
yeah,
So yeah, okay, when you start playing, and they say you just trudge like a tank, you're RoboCop. So it
you should.
plays
I
like
want to
you're
shoot. I
actually
want to shoot through
RoboCop.
wall. I want to shoot through. I want to see them through
You
walls.
can.
I want
You
to see.
can.
I want to say freeze, creep, and they're freaking semi-automatic.
You can.
Dude.
See, the thing is, they're not making it like using video game rules. They're making it using RoboCop rules. You are RoboCop. You are.
Yeah.
They're gonna bing, 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 bing. People were saying, "Oh, it felt too easy because you're invincible. You're almost invincible." Well, yeah, because you're RoboCop. RoboCop is almost invincible. So-
Pretty much, unless what they get shoot him with a rocket launcher. What did they hit him
Or
with?
that high power sniper from the what do you
Yeah.
call it? Or Ed 209. So I can see the Ed 209 fights being
Was it
pretty-
Ed 209 or ED 209?
Ed 209, but it was technically ED 209, but they called it Ed 209.
Dude, I bought a Ed 209 figure. It's in my case. It's
It's
just
not open
behind
world.
everything.
Oh no, here we go. Gear 6 is supposed to be all open world, but it probably won't come out until 2026 or something. That's going to be, but yeah, RoboCop. Continue. Sorry.
So no, I just I'm cautiously optimistic.
About.
Just kind of like how I am with Starfield, with RoboCop. I'm cautiously optimistic with RoboCop. I feel the hype brewing up in my loins.
For
RoboCop.
Oh no, I thought you were talking about another game. So
No,
what's your
RoboCop.
game? What's your game that you're like, I can't wait.
You know, I haven't really I haven't really kind of found one. I guess I'm becoming, like I said, too like cautiously optimistic. Because I get super excited for some of these games and they come out and they're just
Okay.
cockadoodle pee pee poo. But like I will say, like RoboCop was, I'm like, okay. And then when I heard about Little Nightmares a few weeks ago, Little Nightmares 3, I'm like, all right. Then they say that it's a huge co-op thing with it. Then I'm like, we'll see how that works. But there are, let me think here. If I were to look at my Steam, there is a liminal game coming out on Steam. It's called like Liminal. It's literally called
Right.
Liminal, and it looks like a walking simulator, whatever. But you're going through. It's like a horror type thing. If you're really big into liminal space, like I am, that's looking really, really good. I don't know what engine they're using, but it's looking fantastic. I don't know when the release date is on it, but that it is. Let me see. It's called. I'm looking right now. Liminal. And it's just. Let me see here. I think. Let's see. Nope, that's too old. Liminal space.
Should have started that earlier.
Oh, you know what? Let me see here. I think it's called
Mhm.
Super Liminal. No, I own Super Liminal. That's another game. Whatever. It's hard to. It's kind of hard to separate all these games when they're liminal space games,
Right.
and they're all titled liminal. But there is one particular liminal game that I'm looking forward to, which I found on TikTok. Because they post videos of the gameplay on TikTok. If you had 10,300 followers like me on TikTok, you'd have TikTok too. Just saying.
I'm too old for TikTok. I'm sorry.
Well, so am I. But apparently a bunch of people like my content. So I'm sticking with it. I'm sticking to my guns.
The internet makes you think. Forza does look really good. But it's funny because I was talking to my wife and I'm like, there's no physical edition for Forza unless you're buying the regular one. And I always get the super duper special edition. And there's always a physical premium. Not this year. So with that being said, it comes out just a few days before my birthday. So I told my wife, I'm like, just if anybody asks, just tell them to get me Xbox gift cards because I want to get Forza and it's $100.
Fair enough. I think that's an easy request.
So with that being said, I'm gonna play the Game Pass version until my birthday, and then buy the premium once I get all those Xbox gift cards. Because we're having a big 40th. I'm turning 40, y'all. Yeah, exactly.
I have
celebration.
Almost 100,000 miles on my flyer mileage American Airlines card. I should have a free flight out there, dude.
That's a free flight here and back. Twice, 3 times, 4 times. That's a lot of miles.
Well, I don't know how these miles translate, though.
I think you're about 6,000 miles away.
Sure.
Is it 4,000, 6,000? Somewhere between that. You're up there. You're up there.
Yeah. I'm in the middle. I'm in the armpit region of America. Literally and physically.
Well, some people say we're the Wang.
The weather's already starting to drop here, dude.
Dude,
I'm already starting to
drop
fall.
here. We just had a hurricane.
I heard about that. Didn't California have a big hurricane?
Well, here we're the great state of Florida, but I was lucky enough. It originally showed that it was going to hit just maybe about 30, 40 miles north of here. And then it just started going up and up and up and up and up. And then it went closer to Tallahassee. but I'm still praying for all those people. Hopefully everything gets through. I do have someone I know who's a little north of here, north of Ocala. He lost power and water for a few days, but got it back. So for about a day and a half. So I'm glad he got that. So, yep.
I'm curious if I doubt Forza for PC will integrate VR headsets.
I wouldn't know.
No, Indiana, dude. Indiana's like worse. Indiana's like if Chicago was like on the edge, Indiana's like in the middle, man. They need to bomb that place and call it Indiana Lake. Just parts of the regions that's empty. Just call it Indiana Lake.
I hear that's what people say about New Jersey.
Oh yeah. What I said is a joke. What I said is a joke. Stuff? Take the land, turn it in. Take the open land, turn it into a lake. No, there's some decent people in Indiana. The problem is
there's like some, not a lot, but some.
The problem is like I remember I was in Cancun, Mexico one time, and people.
Oh, look at you!
People were like, they're like, "Where are you from?" I'm like, "I'm from Chicago," and blah blah blah. They're like, and we're like, "What area of Chicago?" And they're like, "Well, we're in Indiana." Then I'm like, then why are you saying you're in Chicago? I guess there's a Chicago, Indiana. How would Illinois people get to Michigan?
Swim.
We'll go on a trolley.
Swim.
Well, there's the lower peninsula and upper peninsula of Michigan, right? This is true.
You could say the same thing about Florida.
You know what's funny about that statement is the only reason why I've ever driven through Indiana is to get to Michigan. It's terrible.
I had a layover once in Detroit. We went from Colorado to Detroit to back to Florida. No. Sorry, it was Florida to Detroit. No. Yeah, it was Colorado to Detroit down to Fort Lauderdale. So which is ridiculous, but that was a layover. And then I had one that was Utah to New York back to Florida.
It's funny, Dave. People in Wisconsin call us that as well. But the problem is people from Illinois will buy a lot of the property near the edge of Wisconsin, and they don't like that.
What's
effing Illinois people?
What's the S?
Suck? I don't know.
Okay, or is it just plural?
I think it's just plural.
I think we all would.
Sounds bad.
You guys got C2E2.
Yeah, we do. It's huge. It's huge.
Yeah. It's huge.
They're already advertising. They're already advertising C2E2 already, dude. And it's like, calm.
Well, we got MegaCon. MegaCon they pushed up to February. Last year was August. No, this year it was April. Next year it's February. So
they keep changing the dates out here too. I think they tend to have it when it's still cold out. So I think the C2E2 will be at like the end of March going into April. I don't know.
It will be nicer if they have it here in February, because having it here in February, it's still cool in Central Florida. And especially, that if you guys know, that's near Universal Studios is where they have it. If you guys know Universal Studios, the convention center that they have it's a drive for me to get out there. It doesn't take forever, but it's still a drive, and it's nice during February here. So some people like you Chicagoaner would probably wear shorts where we don't.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. It's okay. Oh, I'm sorry. No one's perfect. It's all right, Dave. No one's perfect.
Cubs are actually doing very good this year. I don't know what's going on from the last game I bet on.
I'm a Marlins fan. Marlins. And we were doing great. Now we're, I think, one game over 500. We might get the wild card. I'm hoping we get the wild card. No, and I'm not going to put those comments up here. Sorry, John, because nobody likes the Yankees.
No, but I don't think anybody really likes the Yankees, and I'm not even
Yankees fans like Yankees.
Oh, it's terrible. I got to keep up with sports. I just ended up getting a FanDuel account. They gave me a bunch of free money to spend, like $300 to spend on betting.
So I actually haven't watched baseball or any sports since 2020 because of all the nonsense that was going on in it. So this year, I really got back into baseball because I've stopped it so far. And things are getting a little better. I'm hoping next season the Dolphins decide to, play well, and we'll see. As long as they beat the Jets, I'm happy because that's all I care about. If we beat the Jets every season, I think it's a successful season. That's it. And see, I told you we had a side quest. We've talked about controller stands. We've talked about sports. What did we talk about? Indiana
about
and Chicago,
geography
and flights and yes. So and John likes NASCAR.
I'll tell you this right now. If they do NASCAR like they did here in Chicago and closed off the streets and made NASCAR driving on the streets competitively, that was awesome. I was really into watching that.
That was in Chicago where they did that?
Yeah,
I saw
dude.
that
right off
last
the
week
Lakeshore
or so,
Drive over here.
like
No, it was like it was maybe like a month and a half ago. A couple
was
months.
Was it that long ago?
Yeah, dude. But dude, it was awesome. It was crazy. Like
they used to do that in downtown Miami too.
I think
and
they're doing
Homestead in Homestead. Because they had the Homestead Speedway and they were actually doing it in people still call it Miami. I remember when they did that and had the NASCAR Street Series is what it was called, I think
it's awesome. Yeah. It's awesome.
It was a big pain in the butt down there, but yeah.
So hopefully they keep that up. That is the type of NASCAR that I would watch.
Now before we call it a night, we need one more question. One more question and a few super chats. But one more question. Slip that in there. Anybody, if you feel free, we'll shout you out. Yes. Not like we don't do that already. We should get big enough and we should be like the big channels that ignore everybody unless they super chat. No, we'll never do that. Don't worry, guys. We're not a
D-Man Gaming. What's up? D-Man Gaming just came
in. D-Man. Hey, you know what I was thinking? Have you watched any of his content? He has a channel, right?
I do know.
I was thinking, why not bring in some of the littler guys? We should maybe bring D-Man in on an episode one day because we did have a couple of smaller ones. We had Wicked Virtue. She had a smaller channel. What do you call it? Jake James Lugo. He has a smaller channel than us. And I was like, you know what? Maybe we should start talking to the smaller guys. That would be really cool. What do you guys think about that? Should we bring in some smaller channels than us? Because there's Miami Geeks, but he's a part of us. He said he would be here tonight, but I didn't hear back from him.
That's all right. He's got to do his thing.
I'm going to get you, Gabe.
Dave brings up a very good idea. Your house is on fire. What one gaming item do you rescue?
My game room. My game room.
The whole room, huh?
It's one gaming item. Game room is an item, right?
Oh, dude. That's...
I'm glad. I'm glad you guys like it. I've been told by a lot of people, they're actually a little kind of scared to see us blow up or to get bigger because we may not be able to talk to them as we do in our chats.
As personable. Yeah. As personable as
there are some people that say, oh, when we had the RGT 85 or some of the other people, and then we had like 100 people in here and it was just blah, blah, blah. And we couldn't really get to all of them. And it was a nicer size when we had Wicked Virtue or what do you call it? Drunk 3PO. That was a good one. And we had
still really like Drunk 3PO.
So it's a good size. Yeah.
I hope we can get him back on here.
He's been so busy. I've talked to him in one of his chats, and he's like, dude, I'll get back to you. And he's like, I'm like, dude, he's been so busy with his new comic that, you know what? He said, dude, we'll hang out. Don't worry. It's going to happen. It's just, he's a busy man right now. So
good for him.
Once that calms down a little bit, now I'm going to try to get maybe some of the other guys from Geeks and Gamers. I still haven't, I need to talk to Rogue Attraction. Tom from, he does their theme park stuff. I've talked to him. He said he would be on, but I need to get back with him and just to get a couple people. I know we are going to start back with guests. We're kind of getting the vibe back because people left, people came back, people left, and things kind of fell apart there for a little bit, and then we came back together. So life is a thing. Night John, thank you for coming out. Whoops, that was you.
Hey, that was
it's
me.
Going faster. No, we don't want to. Okay. Yeah, Geeks and Gamers, they be cool. They be cool. So I'm trying to think, who else have I talked to on there? There are a couple of other guys that I'm trying to, like Camelot 331. He keeps saying yeah, but
that'd be fun to have him
up
on.
Himself.
Yeah,
But one thing he did say is he wants to wait till, like, he gets invited quite a bit to them, but he doesn't go on until he realizes that the podcast is consistent. So, yeah, I might get some of our old people back on. Who knows? Maybe talk to a couple of others. I've reached out to a couple of other streamers and gaming personalities on Instagram and whatnot. People have said, hey, why don't you have more females on? Why? Because they don't respond.
Yeah, they don't. You guys, it's not the easiest.
Yeah.
The problem is, especially with the female streamers and gamers, their inboxes get so bombarded by mostly negative things and just, disrespectful and sexual commentary and stuff like that they don't even look at it. Yeah. They don't even look at it. So yeah.
I was lucky enough with Wicked Virtue and Josie, because Josie had originally reached out to me way back, and then I got back to her, and then blah, blah, blah. The rest is history. Wicked Virtue is because Jay was on her live stream, on her podcast. I joined there, and then they noticed, and we talked, blah, blah, blah. And then I asked her, hey, would you like to be on ours? And she said, sure. And, then we all started following each other on social media and so on and so forth. We were able to talk like that. So I might get her back on if she wants to. That's the thing with different personalities and with everything, how it goes. It's hard to get female personalities on these podcasts. It's tough. So it is what it is. Maybe when we get bigger, they'll look at us again, but hey, it is what it is. So there's your answer to that. Everybody who has asked about that. So, we'll just take it from there. And I don't know who we're going to have next, but we will start with guests again. Right now, Nick and I do have some very wonky schedules. So that's why it hasn't been 8:30 every Thursday. That's why you'll see it 8:30, 9:30 Eastern, because he's an hour back, so on and so forth. So that's pretty much how we're doing it, guys. But thank you guys for joining us tonight. Is there anything else you wanted to talk about, Nick, before we call it a night? We've already been almost an hour and a half.
I think I got it all out.
Did you? You're not going to have to get any more out after the podcast?
Maybe. I'll make notes
I did
of
before. I'm actually glad you decided to say, hey, give me a little bit of extra time I dropped the kids off at the pool.
Nice. Did you remember to pick them back up?
No. Oh, boy. They upset me, so I'm just like, you know what? Flush.
Yeah. I usually just keep them in the closet. All right, let's just
the water closet?
Yeah, the water closet.
The kids pool, dropping Klingons, the Enterprise around the bowl. You remember that joke? Okay. We've chased everybody off. Everybody's a little scared to talk to us. They're like, are these guys really making poop jokes at the end of the night? Are they making poop jokes?
Leave it to this
You know what? It's because he said, yeah, there we go. If he didn't make any money tonight, I would have to make poop jokes.
Okay. I guess. I don't remember saying that, but apparently happened. I did.
It's me telling people that we need to make more money on this podcast.
I like the direction.
So, yeah, maybe, who knows, maybe we'll have a secondary podcast, our side quest on his channel. I never get this right. I've got to.
I'm doing it now. The right side is the right side. So as long as I'm going on the right side, it's the right side.
You are correct. You are correct. Poop jokes do attract the women.
Indeed.
Hey, I'm married, so I don't give a crap. Literally, get it?
No pun intended.
Don't. Yeah, to be honest, I don't care what women think about me, except for my wife. That's it. I don't give a flying snot. It's like I'm a happy man, so. But with that being said, thank you guys so much for joining us. If you have any questions before we go, just drop it in the chat. Otherwise, I think we're going to call it a night. If you guys remember, if you haven't, let me say this. If you haven't already, subscribe to this guy's channel.
One away from 1,600.
Are you still? Can we check that up? Can we check that real time before we log off?
I can bring it up. Let me see here.
You don't even have to bring it up. If you just want to show us, or if you just want to say, that's fine. But everybody, I know there are people still in here that like to just lurk. And you guys are cool. We're cool with lurkers.
At that 159.99. You see that?
Can someone just create a second account and then just subscribe to him? Someone do that? Anybody?
It's okay. I'll figure it out, man.
I've already created 6 accounts to get him like where he is.
Gee, thanks.
He had to get over that hump, and I was like, man, just one more account. I'm running out of emails. I only have like 1,600 email accounts now. There you go, D-Man. Thank you. He's going to contact his people.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that a lot.
So thank you guys so much. We're done goofing off here for the night. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate everything. We appreciate all you guys. Thank you, Dave, for the super chat tonight. We really appreciate it. Thank you, D-Man, for being here. John and Cody, everybody who left, everybody who's still lurking. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate, we enjoy this every week. Trust me, we'll get Miami Geeks. We'll get Gabe back in here. Who knows? Josie might come back for an episode or two somewhere in the future. Who knows? We might get Drunk 3PO. Who knows? More people from Geeks and Gamers. I don't know. We'll try. See who else wants to come in here. See who else I can talk to. And who'll get back to me. And see who blows me off. No, because people ignore me quite a bit. I'm kind of sad about that.
Join the club, my friend.
That's what happens when you're a bearded guy in the gaming YouTube universe. There's only 1 million of us.
Probably more.
a million bearded gaming YouTubers. That could be an interesting show. Terrible to keep track of.
Yeah.
That 1 million squares, you couldn't even see anybody. Okay, I'm going to shut up now. Thank you guys so much. Nick, do you have anything you want to say? You want to tell or a plug?
Just, I mean, if you guys haven't already, check me out on my socials. They're all at Click to Enlarge. My TikTok is Nicky Duel because someone took Click to Enlarge, which, it's what it is. But yeah, I'm here and there and around and posting content. So just any one of those socials, I'll be around. Check it out.
And of course, you guys know me, Red Bandana Gaming on Facebook, Instagram, X, I'm at RBG_retro because Red Bandana Gaming didn't fit. So again, make sure you subscribe to this guy over here. If you haven't already, if you're watching this at a later time, subscribe to this channel. If you haven't already, that would really help. Make sure you go back and watch both of our contents because today we did a funny thing where me, Nick, and Gabe, Miami Geeks, all did the same video this morning.
Well, I did mine last night, and I had it.
I recorded my.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, we literally did the same thing.
We all recorded them last night and then put them up. I put mine up at 7 a.m.
Yours is a little different than mine, though. When I watched yours later today, yours is a little bit different than mine. So it's worth at least looking. The thing is, we have different perspectives on it because we come at it from a different angle. I'm coming at someone who subscribes to premium. He is not. So we all have our different perspectives. Yeah, if I'm going to plug something, check out both of our Game Pass videos for PlayStation Plus.
Game Pass? You mean PlayStation Plus? What?
I
What?
fixed it right away. The PlayStation Plus subscriptions, man.
There you go. Yeah, that'll work. Thank you guys so much. Go check them out. And again, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you turn that bell on for notifications so you know, again, every Thursday night, 8:30 to 9:30-ish Eastern, we'll make sure the thing's up. You'll know ahead of time. You can always check us out later on. Again, if you miss this, and if you're watching this later, not live, thank you. Appreciate it. We usually get a lot of videos. We get a lot of views over the next week. So thank you guys for watching. Again, we appreciate everything. And you know what? You know what we always say? You know what I always say? Because you need your own catchphrase.
Until I have one, I'm using yours. Just close it out.
Like we always say. Be legendary. Thanks again. And he still doesn't have one of his own.
Be legendary.
We're gonna make one. We're gonna make one.
We'll
Yeah,
figure,
don't
we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.